Welcome back to Macedonia Park for the second of our Friday night doubleheader. The over 45s have just concluded with the Dianella White Eagles coming away 4-1 winners. And we follow it up now with the Men's Masters Cup between Forrestfield United and Hillary's. I'm Sean Fry. I'll be calling the action for you wherever, whoever you are and however you are watching on Football West TV's live coverage on the YouTube or Facebook pages. I hope you enjoy the next 90 minutes as Forrestfield get us kicked off in their red shirt, black shorts, attacking to the right of screen. Hillary's wearing their striking yellow kits with the black shorts, attacking to the left. Brian Edwardi will be the man in the middle with the whistle today. And Bonnie Mapai and Dennis Muhiga, his assistants. Dragan Kovaceski, the fourth official. Rowan Ellis will be operating the camera beside me. And I hope we get some of the excitement that first game tonight provided us. Branko Jelic, the ex-Glory striker, scoring a hat-trick en route to that 4-1 win as Forrestfield go forward. Ball comes back out to the skipper who couldn't get a strike away. So played it wide instead. Unable to get across into the box there, and Forrestfield come away with it, cushioning that one down there. Aidan Hogan gets it back and tries to play it forward there for the run of Carroll. The pass just slightly misjudged. And in fact, my apologies, I've got my teams completely wrong there. This is crossing a ball in for Forrestfield in the yellow. Hillary's attacking to the right of screen. So if you heard my description of the teams, flip them around, reverse them. Forrestfield now on the ball, looking to get it across into the box. Cut out. And a good pass there. A run of Fletcher. He couldn't get a strike away. Eventually a shot does come in and it whistles wide of the left-hand goalpost. Forrestfield just inches away from taking the lead. Yeah, goal kick will not be taken by the Hillary's goalkeeper, James Rogan. It's thumped along to halfway and unable to field that ball was Forrestfield's Scott Fletcher. Adam Smith, the Forrestfield captain, cutting that one out. Turning and running away nicely there is Mark McCooley. He looked to get it back, but instead that pass fizzed into black is cut out and cleared. Hillary's keep possession. Ball over the top is an absolute peach for the runner down the left wing, and this cross in, nobody in the box for Hillary's though. The ball forward was good, the cross was good. And an early tackle from the Hillary's captain, Anthony Jones, is going to earn him a talking to. Richard Clark standing over the restart for Forrestfield. Shimmying his way forward is Clark after the touch from the goalkeeper, Smith. Back for Clark. No one comes to him, so he takes his time before coming back out to his captain at fullback. Diving in there, unable to keep possession is Scott Fletcher. Comes over the top, attempted flick on there from Duffy. Can't find a teammate, but they pick it up again in midfield. This is Jones. Wins it for Clark, who looks forward, a promising run. Nicholas Carroll tearing down the right wing. And a good tackle there from the captain, Jones. Sliding in and missing the tackle was Clark. A good cross over to the back post. Man on his own fires it in, and closing him down was Marty Allen to make the block for Forrestfield. Good couple of minutes this from Hillary's. Starting on the front foot. A few numbers forward, just one up for Forrestfield. That's Stevie Roger on halfway. Marshalled by a couple of red shirts, and in fact he will make his way back to Mark, who he must see as the danger man. Ian Clark lurking on the edge of the 18-yard box. Ball in on the head of the keeper. He gets an unconvincing punch away, but as is always the way in football, if you breathe on a goalkeeper, they get a free kick. And that free kick will go the way of Luke Woodfin in the Forrestfield goal. Long clip down the line, flicked on to no one in particular. Stevie Roger cutting an isolated figure up in between the two centre halves. Long diagonal there, looking for Nicholas Carroll again with chalk on his boots. And again, it's Anthony Jones competing in midfield, trying to win the ball back. Carroll wins it from Fletcher. Long ball is a beauty, a touchdown, and just didn't have the finish. I think that was Mark McCooley ghosting in there. Just unable to pull the trigger under the challenge from the Forrestfield defender. But the screen is certainly tilting to the right at the moment. It is all Hillary's. That ball in. The header on target, over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Hillary's have the lead. Well, certainly a lead that their early dominance has deserved. And it was a beautiful header in the end from Declan Byrne. He didn't really have much to aim for, backpedaling, had to get a height and loop on it and get it over the top of Luke Woodfin, and he did just that. Hillary's 1, Forrestfield 0. Declan Byrne with the goal. Forrestfield looking to go back and answer immediately. The referee points to the ball and says it was a fair tackle. Comes in, a scramble in the 6-yard box and cleared. Hillary's can carry it away. The long ball again is a good one. They're really stretching this Forrestfield defence with these long diagonals. That was Nicholas Carroll with the ball then, just needed a little bit more on it. That one is also a good ball from Scott Fife. Has the run of Gary Donnelly, his cut back is not going to find a yellow shirt. And Hillary's can set up again. Jones. Carroll sets off again down the touchline. He's ignored by McMahon, but picks it up now. Duffy charges on, but the pass isn't quite right from Carroll. Aerial battle. Neither player really wins it, but the whistle blows and it'll be a free kick going Hillary's way. Not a lot of contact in that one either. Hillary's looked for the long ball and a mistake at the back almost allows Anthony Jones in, but his touch is heavy and Woodfin comes out and claims. Certainly not what you want after going a goal down, is to concede another one in quick succession in a cup final especially. Away charges the bearded Smith, couldn't get the ball back, but he'll win a throw for his side with a bit of help from his teammate. Smith with the short throw for Fife. Jones couldn't make it stick. Comes to Smith. And the whistle blows again. This time it will be a Forrestfield free kick. Here's Fife, cutting inside a couple, and then giving it away cheaply. On the charges, Neil Duffy, if they can find him, he was just offside by the time the pass was played. It doesn't come through to him anyway. Smith will sweep up for Forrestfield. Big switch out to his full back, who plays it back for Learmont. Clark long now. Goal kick. Well, slightly late on the kickoff for this 8:15 Men's Masters Cup final. Forrestfield taking on Hillary's. Hillary's with the early 1-0 lead. Forrestfield perhaps a little fortunate to be here tonight after losing their semi-final to Subiaco. A couple of registration admin errors that were hunted down by the Forrestfield staff. booked their passage into tonight's match at the expense of Subi. Smith with the throw. Gets it back, but his pass is poor. Picked off by Ian Clark. The ball forward to a player who looked like he may have been in an offside position there, Stevie Roger. Flag stayed down and Hillary's come away with it. Here comes Neil Duffy down the left wing. Looking to cut inside and beat Learmont. Can't do so. He gets a bobble that almost comes back to him. But it's cleared and it'll be a Hillary's throw on the far side. Under the floodlights at Macedonia Park. The rain has held off for the majority of the night. We had a lot of it today in Perth, but save for a short 5-minute shower in the first half of the over 45s, it's been clear skies. Perhaps not quite clear skies, but they haven't produced rain at any rate. Hillary's with the ball and with an early 1-0 lead. Declan Byrne with a lovely looping header over Luke Woodfin and into the Forrestfield net. Chance again for Hillary's. The run was made, but the timing just didn't work out for the ball carrier. Couldn't find the pass. Ball out of the reach of Fletcher. Hillary's throw. Carroll down the line. Use him now. It used his body well to shield his opponent off the ball, but and his touch was loose. Smith down the line, taking a touch and then taking a tumble. The Forrestfield man on the wing. Scott Fletcher, nothing doing by the referee, good decision. A good tackle on the far side. Almost allows Hillary's to spring a counter-attack. The ball for Duffy was overhit. Clark wide as Forrestfield looks to go down the touchline. Woodset can't bring it in and throws himself to ground. Hard to see what's happening there behind the headlights of the car opposite us. A long ball is going to be out of the reach of Nicholas Carroll. Perhaps 10 years ago he might have run that one down. Not tonight. Smith with the throw. Fletcher. Lovely touch down the line for his teammate in Roger. Roger cuts in nicely. And then 50-50, wasn't really a 50-50 in the end, won comfortably by Anthony Jones. Clark comes back. Defender looks long and can't find a target. Woodfin with the ball in his hands now. He will thump it long and high. It's a hell of a kick from the Forrestfield shot stopper. Back down for Christie. And that Long diagonal out of the reach of Fletcher. Defender with the goal kick again. Flicked on well by Duffy. Out of the reach of McCauley. Learmont's ball forward looking for Mutet. Bit of a scrappy start to this one. One real moment of quality was the goal. A couple of decent long diagonals. Particularly from Hillary's. Mutet with the last touch. Aimless ball forward fielded by Smith. Nice chop and a turn there. There is a Forrestfield player down and in some distress. On the far side of the field there. That's Rory Mutet. Back to his feet now. Not sure what the discussion is on the far side, perhaps. Referee and linesman talking about what occurred, the incident that led to Mutet rolling around on the turf. We'll get restarted with Hillary's throw, which rolls through the legs of everyone, and Forrestfield pick it up at the back. Fletcher. Smith streaming ahead of him down the left. He goes central instead. We'll look to get the return ball, but a good sliding tackle from Carroll wins it back for Hillary's. Long ball is errant, headed back by Richard Clark. Sliding in to keep possession for Forrestfield was Greg Christie. He'll ask for it back now, Christie, but they'll go longer still. That path just out of the pass, rather, just out of the reach of Stevie Roger. Good touch and take from the Hillary's number 11, Mark McCauley, to get it back for Carroll, and the long diagonal is completed again. The ball comes into the box. It's a good one, headed away by Smith. Back out to Carroll, but he's tackled well on the edge of the area. Clearance is poor. Diving block was perhaps a crucial one there from Mutet. Getting involved at both ends of the pitch. Looks to have recovered from that earlier incident. Goal kick. Clark wants the short one and gets it. Smith. Opts not to take on his opposite captain in Jones. Comes inside instead, and Forrestfield now with the ball over the top. Roger getting on the end of it. Turns one way, then the other. Comes back for Fletcher. Steps around a challenge and then leaves it for Roger again. Good bit of interplay between the two Forrestfield men, but Carroll gets a boot in. Can't get the ball back. Decent spell this from Forrestfield. And as the United captain charged forward, felt a little hand in the back and went to ground and earned his side a free kick. Christie over it. Smith makes his way into the area with a number of other yellow shirts. It's a little long. The goalkeeper completely misjudges that one. And James Rogan can breathe a sigh of relief that that lapse in judgment hasn't cost his side. So often the way as a goalkeeper if you make any sort of mistake. It can be far more damaging than a lot of other positions on the pitch. Lunging tackle there. Goes unpunished and Hillary's can charge forward again. Carroll in a bit of space on the right wing. His skipper opts to set his sights on goal instead, and the strike from Anthony Jones was a good one. Drew a decent low save from Luke Woodfin. Once again, just the one up for Forrestfield. And again, it's Roger. Carroll lurking over the back for the ball that spills over. That one's not going to come over. It might come through, though. And the sea of yellow shirts can bring it away. Here is that man that stayed up on halfway for just that kind of ball. And that is a lovely lunging tackle from Kenneth McMahon. And he will end with the ball in his hands. Looks for his skipper, but Jones couldn't field it. And the Forrestfield captain comes away with it, Adam Smith. Good strong football from the fullback. Mulligan. Squares it for Byrne, who comes back for Rogan, and we're back where it started with Mulligan. Lovely cultured left foot chip there. Likewise that, some great football here from Hillary's. Lovely stuff, and here goes Neil Duffy. Charging at the defender. Clark got a foot in. Back for Carroll. Carroll's ball is a good one to the back post. Diving header. Almost a second for Hillary's. That was a great cross in from Carroll and arriving late. I think it was Chris Black with a diving header at the back post. Just couldn't steer it inside the left stick of Luke Woodfin. Ball across the box, draws a few oohs and ahs from the crowd by Richard Clark. Getting a little bit overly vociferous in his marshalling of the winger was the left back for Hillary's, and free kick given for Forrestfield. They've taken it quickly and charge forward here. Cutting back out is Fife. Ball in and across the 6-yard box. Just wanted a touch. Mutet was there. Couldn't get that touch. And it may have come all the way across for a throw, is it? Right down by the corner flag. Carroll the option again down the line. Fletcher in his back. Fletcher does well to not give away a foul and win the ball back for his side. Losing his footing there in midfield was Mark McCauley. Forrestfield come away with it again. Marty Allen with a driving pass forward. Comes to naught. Jones. Great ball over the top. Mark McCauley streaming forward. Cuts inside the box. Gets on his left foot. Fires one low and hard towards the bottom right-hand corner. And misses it by a couple of feet. Perhaps looking to catch the goalkeeper wrong-footed there. Smith. Back in and out of the reach of Greg Christie, who played a nice ball over to him in the first place. Wins it back now. And a good ball forward there and a nice flick on from Fletcher. Roger gets the ball into the back post, headed away well by the Hillary's defender. Moutet, couple of step overs. Drives down the touchline, lunging tackle. Didn't look to get too much of the ball, but just got enough of it. It will be a corner. In the end, it was a good sprawling tackle if he got a toe on that one. A dangerous area to be making that sort of an attempt. No harm done yet. Forrestfield take it short. Moutet returns it to the corner taker. Takes it in, miscued by a couple, comes back out, and the worst miscue of all is from the edge of the box, and a hell of an acrobatic attempt there that I don't think anyone was really thinking was ever going to trouble James Rogan in the Hillary's net. First substitution of the night. We'll see Matt Alcott coming on. And perhaps that earlier knock that Rory Moutet took is worse than it has appeared. He's grimacing as he comes to the bench. Free kick given there to Gary Mann. A few protests about the strength of the challenge. There was a bit of contact. Whether it was enough for a foul is, of course, up to the referee's discretion. Greg Christie over the dead ball for Forrestfield. Ball into the box as they hunt for an equaliser. Back post headed across, or attempted header across. Instead slides behind. Quarter of an hour left in this first half. Hillary's still lead by 1-0. That earlier header from Declan Byrne. The only goal so far in this game. Back out. Strike from Christie. Speculative attempt, we'll call that. Would have had to be a hell of a connection. On this occasion, flying wide. Long and onto the head of Duffy, who gets a good flick on for Carroll. Carroll's ball is an absolute delight. Just out of the reach of Mark McCauley, who made his way near the penalty spot. And what a cross it was, though, from Carroll. Had the pace and the curl and the whip to get it in behind the defenders. May not have the youth of a Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he can put a good cross in nonetheless. Forrestfield readying another early substitution. As the rain starts to come down here over Macedonia Park, just to add a little wrinkle to things. Hillary's looking dangerous on the counter. That is an offside run on that occasion from Neil Duffy. Wasn't too close there. Jeevan Krishnan looking like he's readying himself to make his first appearance of the night on the Forrestfield touchline. Likewise, Spencer Hall. Cushioned down by Christie. Gets the 1-2 back. That ball cut out, and here go Hillary's again. Through McCauley. Cheeky little kick out there from Carroll. Gary Mann not too impressed with that one. Hacked up in the air by Allen. Trying to win it back for him is Alcock. Does well enough to allow Christie in. In the end, the whistle blows, and a couple of the Forrestfield players asking for the advantage there, but it will allow the boys in yellow to make a sub. Should say the men in yellow, really, shouldn't I? Oh, in fact, it will be going the other way. I think the referee may have pointed the wrong way in the first instance. It'll be a Hillary's free kick. But here come Krishnan and Hall. With not long left in this first half. Let's see if they can have a late impact. Scott Fletcher, one of the two making way. Crossfield ball into a bit of space, and another decent cross in there. They put a few of those in tonight, and scrambling there. Luke Woodfin back towards his goal. The defensive header looped up in the air, and for a moment he lost his bearings, thought perhaps it was going to find its way back down onto the goal line. Kenneth McMahon it was that put in that cross. Another delightful one. Another chance for a cross for Hillary's. Duffy can't fire. Forrestfield carry away. Not a lot up forward, apart from the diminutive Spencer Hall. Not going to be winning too many in the air, I wouldn't have thought, opposed to the bigger bodies at the back for Hillary's. Of course, I'm sure Spencer will tell you it's not all about size. Always an element of how you use that size. Scott Fletcher deep in conversation with the coaching staff on the Forrestfield bench. Looking for a weakness. Way back into this match. They trail by the 1 goal. Early Declan Byrne header. And crosses from wide areas look like the order of the day for Hillary's. Put in a number of dangerous balls. Just the one found in the back of the net so far. Hillary's 1, Forrestfield 0. Smith with a header. Flicked on and brought down by Alcock, who fires. Had Rogan sprawling. In the end, safely wide. Flag is up from the assistant again. Another late substitution. This time from Hillary's. Jonathan Byrne, one of the 2 substitutes. And we don't have a 13 on the team sheet, always the way at this level, there's always one. We'll endeavour to find out the name for you at half time, but here's number 13 for Forrestfield, that's Gary Mann. He clips one that almost beats everybody, but a lunging Hillary's foot gets the clearance. Out for Allen. Can't find a teammate. Hillary's will come the other way. Just having to hold it up and wait for support. Happy to slow this one down now. Soak up a bit of the ball. Missed clearance there from Learmont. Jones just couldn't haul it in. Down the line over the head of the substitute. Back to Mulligan. And all the way across. McMahon. A late challenge that McMahon sprightly bounced back to his feet. It was Hoare throwing his smaller frame into the bigger man. And now having a word with Brian Edwardy in the middle of the park. McCooley trying to get a left foot cross into the box. It's blocked. And reading it well to win it back was Jones. Clark further afield. Pass forward, too strong. Wanting it quickly on the left for Forrestfield is Mann. They go down the right instead. Krishnan unable to pull that one in. It's the light shower just turning into a medium shower here at Macedonia Park. Hillary's leading by a goal to 0 over Forrestfield. Repeat of the score earlier that Dianella White Eagles coming away 4-1 winners. After a Branko Jelic hat-trick. He'll argue that he could have had 4, or should have had 4. It is what would have been his hat-trick goal. Hit the crossbar, bounced down and out. Play went on. Sasha Garrich bundled it in for Dianella anyway, and probably the moment of the night as Branko Jelic was more interested in arguing with the linesman about his shot being the one that breached the goal line. He got his hat-trick moments later anyway, with a sumptuous chip. Forrestfield running forward, looking for an equaliser, lunging tackle, and a clear foul on the edge of the area. And just minutes before the half-time whistle, Greg Christie will have a chance to square the ledger at 1. A few other yellow shirts looking interested over it as well. Grant Learmont, one of them. All three yellow shirts stand over it. One runs away. It's a great free kick and it is an equaliser. That is an absolute stunner from Greg Christie. And he does square the ledger at 1. Hillary's 1, Forrestfield 1. Well, we saw a delightful free kick from Branko Jelic in the first game. We've now seen an equally good one from Greg Christie. Certainly equally good as far as the result's concerned. It's a goal. And it looks like we will go in at half-time level at 1, unless we have some late drama in this final minutes. We will have another chance. It's just over the head there of the Hillary's man, unmarked in the box. Slack defending.
You can mention that if you want.
Hillary still striving for that go-ahead goal on the stroke of half-time. The lunging pass as he slipped in the rain, and here's a chance. The pass is just a little wide for Spencer Hoare. He has to go away from goal and then come back inside. Dangerous there. You have to time those tackles well, and he did. Throw doesn't reach Krishnan. Jones brings it down. Looks for a runner, but cutting it out is Adam Smith. He gives it away though, and here go Hillary's. That ball is a beauty. Just teeing it up on the edge of the box for a strike, which is blocked by Clark. Krishnan. Back down the line for Krishnan. He won't get there. Referee, let's play, go on. A few angry shouts, but from the Forrestfield bench there. And we will go in at half-time, level at 1. It was a looping Declan Byrne header early that gave them the lead before a late free kick from Greg Christie nestled in the top corner. We will be back in 15 minutes for the second half of this Men's Masters Cup between Forrestfield United and Hillary's. At the break, it's Forrestfield 1, Hillary's 1. And a good pass there. On a run of Fletcher. He couldn't get a strike away. Eventually a shot does come in, and it's sliding in, and missing the tackle was Clark. A good cross over to the back post. Man on his own. To the right at the moment. It is all Hillary's. That ball in. The header on target, over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Hillary's have the lead. Stand over it. One runs away. It's a great free kick and it is an equaliser. That is an absolute stunner from Greg Christie. And welcome back to Macedonia Park on a rainy Friday evening. It's held off for most of the night, but it's drizzling down now. You probably won't see that on your screen wherever you're watching. Thank you for joining us wherever you're watching. My name's Sean Fry. I'll be calling the action for you for this second 45 minutes of this Masters Cup final between Hillary's and Forrestfield. We are knotted at 1. An early Declan Byrne header cancelled out by a late Greg Christie free kick. Means it's all to play for in the second half. It was quite an even first half, an entertaining first half. Here is the goal scorer, Declan Byrne, with the ball in his hands. Throws it forward, ending up at the feet of Neil Duffy, who's muscled off it. Then Hillary's win the throw. Byrne again with the throw. Putting in a tackle on Hoare. Here's Clark. A miscue and Woodfin will get us restarted. Early free kick and set piece in a position of promise for Forrestfield, perhaps a little too straight on to be able to get a ball directly into a dangerous area. May have to go wide one way or the other first. Christie, the goal scorer, stands over it. May leave it to his teammate on this occasion. They do go wide with the free kick, looking for that header back across by Alcock. He misjudged the flight of it. Mulligan with the restart. Looking down the line for Jonathan Byrne. Pass didn't reach him. Flick over the head from Hoare. Coming out well again and winning that one was Mulligan. But Forrestfield take over. And the jeers will tell you the story. That one was high, wide, and none too handsome. Mulligan long. And a chance here for the fleet-footed McCauley. Firing just wide under a challenge from Clark. They were inches away from taking the lead again, Hillary's. It was a simple long ball in the area of Duffy. In the end, he didn't challenge, and a couple of Forrestfield players made a meal of it between themselves, and it came through. McCauley bearing down on goal. Just rushed by Richard Clark, who was in hot pursuit. Did just enough to force the Hillary's man to fire wide. Here's another chance, this time the keeper getting there just before the Hillary's captain in Jones. Again a bit sloppy at the back. And again a chance for Hillary's. And again, just wide of Luke Woodfin's left-hand goalpost. Woodfin to get Forrestfield restarted short again. Hoare, nice chest down from him. Cutting back inside is Fife. Under a challenge from Byrne. Byrne continues on and cutting that one out well at the back there. It was Gable. Ended with McCauley. And over into the car park. Long down the middle from Woodfin. Comes back down for Byrne. Clark swings it out to the right-hand side. Here's Gable again. Points where he wants his teammates to go and finds one of them who cushions it down for Byrne, the goal scorer. Another effort on goal from Hillary's. They have started this second half very well. But again, a late lunging challenge, just enough to put off the strike. It was Ian Clark on that occasion, making his way forward from midfield. So far in this second half, Forrestfield struggling to get out of their own half. Won't get out of their own half with that goal kick, but they will now. Scrambling forward, reading that one well is the keeper, Rogan. Headed down by Learmont. Hacked forward by Christie. Back by Alcock. Gable feeds it forward. Well, left foot cross in for the skipper. Couldn't quite bring it down with the outside of the boot. Does well enough to get there. Keep possession, and that is surely a free kick. Referee perhaps ball watching there. Clark goes down. Not as much in that one as in the first one, I didn't think, but here you go, Forrestfield. Hoare leaves it behind and then perhaps clips the heels of Byrne. Play will go on. The referee's just swallowed his whistle. And the Hillary's player ending up on the ground and needing treatment. It's Paul Gable, I think. If anyone can find a physio, there he is. Looks like he's got back to his feet under his own volition reasonably well, and then as soon as he went to put any weight on that right foot, didn't look too solid. Looks in some trouble here, Gable. Really wanted to get up and carry on without treatment, but not going to be able to do so. We'll take this stoppage in play as an opportunity to fill you in on all the other action we've got over the weekend. This is the second of our doubleheader tonight. The first won by Dianella White Eagles against Mindarie. Final score 4-1. Sunday we've got the men's and women's Metro Cups at 10 a.m. and 12:15 p.m. respectively. The men's is Perth Soccer Club versus North Perth United. The first of 3 matches for North Perth United on Sunday in Sunday's Belts Up Cup finals. The women's Metro Cups at 12:15. That's the Baldivis Districts versus Fremantle City. And later in the afternoon, Maccabi Soccer Club versus North Perth United in the reserves, and then the men's Amateur Cup final at 4:45 p.m. South Perth United and North Perth United, as Paul Gable is replaced by Aidan Hogan. Ball thrown back to Hillary's, and doing really well there to not play the pass to an offside teammate is Duffy. Missed clearance at the back. It falls for a chance for Clark. He just couldn't turn it on net. Charging his way forward is a substitute. Hogan skips inside 5 and finds Clark. And Clark looks back for Hogan. I've said it a few times tonight, but I think 10 years ago he may have got there. Not now. Yeah, scorpion kick attempt there from Aidan Hogan. Got fresh air. Doesn't have to make a tackle there, as the touch from Marty Allen is a little strong. And well left in the end from Declan Byrne, if he intended to leave it. Hogan again. Clever play there from Byrne to give his side a break and keep possession, flicking it out off the defender. The clearance is deflects back across the 6-yard box, and Luke Woodfin was alive to the danger. Making the run forward there was Stevie Roger for Forrestfield. The pass never came. Here's Jones playing it down the line. It's a foot race. And staying on his feet is Forrestfield captain Adam Smith. He does well to win his side a throw-in. Good touch from Clark. Got away from him a little bit. Clark for Forrestfield picks it up. Richard taking it away from Ian. And we stay knotted at 1. Reminder, if this one is level at full time, we will head straight for a penalty shootout, which is good because that'll already be past my bedtime. Skipping past a couple of loose Hillary's challenges. Forrestfield player on the far side picking up a free kick. I think that's Mutzet. Or sure, in fact, who that player was. Didn't catch the number. Ball comes in anyway. Coming out to claim it well enough was James Rogan on the second attempt. And Rogan thumps it long and high. Headed away wide. Hoare will attempt to get there. He can't do so, and Declan Byrne, the scorer of the opening goal, plays it forward for Duffy, who gives it away. Christie down the line for Hoare. Hoare with a bit of space. He'll be tracked down there. A big sliding tackle from Paul Mulligan. And the referee's going to produce a yellow card for what I thought was a pretty good slide tackle from Paul Mulligan, but I'm not a referee. And here's a friendly face walking past. Sid Samantha, one of the members of the Subi side that won that semi-final and then got knocked out on an admin error. Sid, what's the story there?
Indeed, yeah, a little bit of honest mistake from us. It probably indicates how often Subi Masters get to the semi-final or final of any cup. But yeah, look, it was a bit of a shame. We had a couple of players, long-term injuries, not selected, obviously, for enough games to qualify for the semi and final. But, you know, in our eyes, obviously, it was a pretty amazing game away at Forrestfield, 84 minutes, 2-0 down. 2-2 at full time and 1 on penalties. So, you know, if nothing else, that's our final. And yeah, a few of the lads have come down tonight just to watch and support and sort of enjoy the game. A little bit kind of tainted, but you know, that's life. And you know, it's just play to enjoy yourselves and have a good time. So yeah, good game actually, pretty tight. I can't call it. Forrestfield, you know, Hillary's are sort of dominating the league. They finished second, but Forry have done really well today. I can't call this one, to be honest.
Whereabouts did you guys finish in the league this season?
We're 6 out of 9 or 10 teams, so that's probably about where we expected to finish. Hillary's have bossed our league and often been pretty clinical and picking up great results week in, week out. They finished second at Joondalup City, so you know they're very keen to win this and pick up, you know, not finish the season without anything. They're a very tough team to play against, but yeah, interesting game to watch because, you know, best team in the south playing against the best or second team in the north, so good to watch. And you know what? I reckon it could go to penalties.
Well, the big tackles are starting to fly in now. That one from the Hillary's captain, Anthony Jones, wasn't taking a backward step there, and expect a few more of them in the final stages. What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. Look, Hillary's a notoriously very hard team to play against, very physical, but match their physicality with quality all around the pitch. And to be honest, I think Forrestfield are a well-organised team. They've got a really good coach and they've got a good strategy. And obviously, you know, this game's pretty even, to be honest. So I think Hillary's look really dangerous when they get the ball in those little moments. But I think in terms of overall gameplay, I think Forrestfield have really shown they can match the best team or best couple of teams from the North Division.
Well, a shame I couldn't call your name out on the pitch, Sid, but now we've got a little interview in the commentary box that you can go home and play for the kids later.
Thanks, mate. Have a good one. Take care.
Will do, mate. Enjoy the rest of the game. Hello to Gwynny and the boys as well. Ball forward there from Hogan. Cut out and a lovely little turn there from the Forrestfield man. The over 35 Stevie Roger with a twist and turn that you'd expect from a much younger man. Just under 20 minutes played in this second half. The rain has gone away and the action is just starting to hot up. The atmosphere is building. And I'm sure the next goal will be treated by a pretty rapturous applause. If we get another goal, that is, of course. If we don't, we will be headed to a shootout. Taken short quickly, and Clark will carry it away. Pushes it into the feet of his forward who couldn't make it stick, and likewise at the other end. And the Hillary's man unable to make it stick. That was McCauley. Woodfin thumps it long, but it's all red shirts there. In the end, it needed a lunging touch from Mulligan to keep the ball at the feet of the Hillary's player. Jones knocks it back, and Hillary's go forward down the left. Declan Byrne skips away from Hoare and can't get his left foot wrapped around that one to keep it in play. And there'll be a Forrestfield goal kick. Miscue there from Clark. Smithfields and brings it inside. Christie. Further down the line. Back inside now. Just forward there for Mansfield. Rolled down to that left wing corner. Plenty of time to get a head up and a cross in the end. Trying to dribble it in himself was Gary Mann and got it all wrong. Very heavy touch as he went into the box. Forrestfield just fighting their way back into this second half after a lightning start from Hillary's. Another substitution being readied on the Forrestfield bench, rather. Rory Moutet looking to make his way back into the game after it looked like he came off under an injury cloud in the first half. He looks back and rearing and ready to go. Byrne pursuing Hoare. Hoare gets there first and plays it back. The long ball forward looking for Stevie Roger, but the Forrestfield number 10 slipped. And now he charges into the penalty area, Stevie Roger. Cross won't come in, it's blocked well at the far post. Both sides have defended well at crucial moments. That will come on now. Replace that man who came on late in the first half. Spencer Hoare put himself around well in his time on the field so far. Forrestfield corner sliced across all the way through. Not a lot of options forward. So just taking his time, finding a teammate is McCauley. Duffy comes back for Hogan and look to return it for the little diagonal run in behind from Neil Duffy. Pass didn't have the legs on it. Alcott carries it away. Good sliding tackle again there from Mulligan. Been a good no-nonsense defender tonight, as I'm sure he has all season. Now it's Hillary's turn to ring the changes. Paul Gable will be making his way back on, along with Mark King, who I'm told only has one knee, or at least one knee that's fully intact. May see him hopping his way into the penalty box for a chance. Who knows? Ball clipped down the touchline there by the skipper Jones. Too strong, and Smith takes over at the back for Forrestfield. A lot of space out on this right wing. If they can find the runner, they can. It's Rory Moutet. Some fresh legs after a spell on the bench in this second half, and he was never getting past Declan Byrne, who looked to charge forward and thought about lunging into the tackle, stayed on his feet and did well to get the ball back off Allen initially. Allen won it back and then gave it away. And the follow-up attempt has been penalised by the referee. And Fife and Christie will stand over this one and see what they can conjure up. It was a dead ball from a little bit closer that led to Forrestfield's only goal in the first half, the late equaliser via Greg Christie. This time he leaves it for Fife, and he slices it over everyone and out for a goal kick. Just over halfway through this second half. 20 minutes to play, plus whatever time the referee decides to add on for injuries and stoppages. Currently the scoreline, Hillary's 1, Forrestfield 1. That one flicked on by Jones, out of the reach of everyone. It'll be a Forrestfield throw. Legs getting a little tired in this one. And the football just starting to drop a notch in quality. Feels like one of those matches where it could be decided by who wants it more. Whoever can suck a bit of extra H2O into the lungs. And the flag is up on the far side. It's been a good battle between these two sides, in truth. We heard from Sid Samantha of Subiaco, the side that came back from 2 goals down late on to beat Forrestfield, only to miss out due to an administration error with players playing that were ineligible due to not having played enough games. But Forrestfield are grabbing the opportunity with both hands. They won't care how they made it. They're here tonight and they're making a really good fist of it against one of the best sides, if not the best side in the league. Mulligan hits it long. It slips over the back, perhaps for a chance. King tries to put a tackle in, but Forrestfield carry it away. Pass for Smith was deflected out, and Smith drops the ball as he attempts to make a throw in. Perhaps tired arms as well as tired legs. Been a long season, and we are approaching the final stages of the final games of this season. The final game, I should say. Can we find a late winner, or will we be going to penalties? Of course, there's time for more than one goal here, as just calmly running away there from King was Smith. We turned and cleared out for a Hillary's throw. Another substitution warming up, but a headed chance will come first for McCauley. And now we will have that substitution. Nick Carroll it will be to come back on. He created a fair bit in that first half down the right touchline. Perhaps that need a bit of injection of quality. Some of the balls that we've seen he can put in. Maybe what's needed now for Hillary's. It looks like he'll be operating on the left in this second half. Gable turns away. Ball to be won in midfield. A little tug on the arm there. Gives the free kick to Forrestfield. Forrestfield get it restarted quickly. Pass inside, cut out, well read by Gable. Gable finds Jones, who goes wide. Hillary's come back to their back four. Mulligan. Into King. Heavily bandaged left knee of McCauley. Half an hour gone, quarter of an hour left in this second half. Long ball forward, McCauley interested now. Steps in front of his man and wins it back before he turns it inside in the direction of Jones and Carroll. And Hillary's win themselves a free kick. Hillary's crowd thinking it's about time, maybe feeling they've been a little hard done by in this second half. But what fan base doesn't think that in a game of football? Scott Fletcher warming up now for Forrestfield. Fletcher replaces the goal scorer, Christie. Good driving run, halted at the edge of the 18-yard box. Back to Gable. Jones steps around a challenge and feathers it in towards Mulligan. It rolls under his foot. Over the head of Gary Donnelly. Donnelly will pursue. Well, it might be Stevie Roger, in fact. Hard to make out the 10s from the 16s, but here's a great run from the substitute, Nicholas Carroll. Carroll's ball is a decent one. That's what I mentioned he might bring in this second half after he came on. It looked like Rory Mutet thought about catching it for a second there. And then put in a late little kick on Gable and may find himself in a bit of trouble. He'll get a talking to at least. It's Hogan. Back for McMahon. Jones for Gable. Back for Hogan. Hogan looks long, but didn't have his radar working. Alcott can carry it away. Runs into trouble, turns back. Here is Stevie Roger playing a nice little 1-2 there with Marty Allen. He wanted the ball back. And now trying to win it back. It's Stevie Roger. He can't do so. Really hard to pick a winner in this one now. Hillary's with the ball at the moment. And Gable finds McCauley. Gets it back. And having his arm pulled quite persistently there was Anthony Jones. Hillary's free kick with time ticking down. Good spot this one. Good spot to be able to curl one towards the goalkeeper and have a crowd of red shirts running towards him. Just needs a little touch on the way through. Hand up at the back post. McCauley does curl it towards the back post. The header is made. It is just wide. Thumps again into the belt-up signs behind the goal in this belt-up cup round. And of course, the reason that belt-up is sponsoring this belt-up cup is to get that message out that not wearing a seatbelt can significantly increase the severity of injuries sustained in a car crash. And here go Forrestfield looking for the winner. Stevie Roger cutting in. And a really important header away there from Gable. There was a man unmarked at the back post for Forrestfield, and Gable's touch just took it away from him. As I was saying, there's absolutely no excuse for not wearing your seatbelt out there, ladies and gentlemen. Football West is proud partner with Belt Up and the Insurance Commission to get that message out there. Not long left in this one, about 10 minutes or so. Won't be too long for injuries and stoppages, you wouldn't think, and we are getting towards do or die time. The next goal may be the winning goal. It's looking more and more likely, if either side can find the net, that they will be champions. Gable with it. He's been influential since he's come on. McCauley getting it back from Carroll. McCauley looks to skip down the touchline and get a ball in. He does really well to get it in past Learmont. Carroll looking to close down, and that is a really good read, a really important read from Aidan Hogan stepping forward. If he didn't make that lunging challenge, there is a real chance that Forrestfield were away. And now Spencer Hall will make his way back onto the field along with Jeevan Krishnan. Same double substitution that we saw in the first half. They received their last-minute instructions. Moore on first, and a livid-looking Rory Moutet may have played his last part in this final. And Christian comes on to replace a much happier-looking Stevie Roger. Probably happy he doesn't have to do any more running. Maybe called on to take a penalty, who knows? We will wait and see. There is still time for a winner here from either side. Tickle round the corner from Carroll. McCauley holds off his opponent, but the ball taken off his toes, but out for a throw. Throwing in the box cleared, and here's Hoare looking to get there before Mulligan, can't do so. Mulligan thumps it back down the line, all the way down the line, and out for a Forrestfield goal kick. Well, it's time now to step up and make yourself a cup final hero, live on Football West TV's broadcast of this Men's Masters Cup. Live on the YouTube and Facebook pages from Macedonia Park. Nice little flick for the substitute. Christian can run through. Christian can fire. Save. Follow up. Forrestfield goal. And is that the goal that wins the cup for Forrestfield United? Well, Christian ran through. His shot was well saved, but the rebound from James Rogan's save came out to the Forrestfield player at the back post. Just trying to pick up that name and number for you. Regardless of who it was, it is a goal for Forrestfield, and it is a 2-1 lead. Now Hillary's will battle away for the final few minutes to try and send this one to a penalty shootout. I believe it was Scott Fife with the goal. Number 8 it was, arriving at the back post, didn't give up a run. It's a hard run to make in the dying stages of a cup final with tired legs. But Scott Fife made the run, and Scott Fife scored the goal. And it is now Hillary's 1, Forrestfield 2. Just minutes away from the State Masters Cup title, unless Hillary's can find a late equaliser. Comes out for Gable, cushions it down nicely. Comes back to Carroll, who flicks it on again. McCauley gives away a foul. Still 5 minutes plus added time. Plenty of time for Hillary's to find a winner, equaliser rather. Time for them to find a winner if they can score a couple. But I'm sure the order of the day will be to try and find that equaliser. And here's the chance. Really well done by Luke Woodfin. Charging out quickly off his line to get there first. Ahead of King. A lunging tackle there is a little late and a little strong and may produce another card from the referee perhaps, or although he does look like he's keeping the book away so far. Paul Mulligan it was, throwing himself in there. So it will be a free kick, no booking. Forrestfield can throw one forward and try and ice this one, although they have not put any numbers in the box at all, aside from Spencer Hoare just on the edge of the 18-yard box, so I wouldn't be expecting a long ball. Justin Mansfield readying himself on the Forrestfield bench and then looking like he's going to put his jacket on and take a seat. A bit of confusion. He will come on. As the player departs on the far side of the pitch. Forrestfield take the free kick now, look to clip it down the line. Cut out. And Hillary's can look to launch a counter. Gable fizzes it in for King. Miscues on that one. But Hillary's win the ball back. King dropping deep. Gets it right on this occasion. Player streaming forward is the captain in Jones. He'll pick it up at ground level now. Get it out wide, but it looks like there's just yellow shirts everywhere at the moment, just outnumbering all the Hillary's players to the ball. But there is still time. This is Costello. Back in for Gable. Last few minutes here, ball into the box, a chance for the captain to score a captain's header late on, but it balloons over the crossbar. Will that be the last chance for Hillary's? Still a couple of minutes left. Forrestfield in no rush on the restart. Goal kick comes directly to the feet of Hogan, who can start Hillary's forward again. They will throw more and more numbers forward as they get more desperate, and that will allow for more chances like this on the counter-attack for Spencer Hoare. He will run for the hills and head for the corner flag and try and soak up some of the remaining seconds. May receive a kick or two for his trouble. Loses possession. And Hillary's do come away with it. They will get another chance. The long diagonal is good for McCauley. McCauley cushions it down. Miscue at the back. It's come off the defender. It will be a corner if it gets there. The keeper, Fields,
and claims. Luke Woodfin came out off his line really well earlier to deny King and got out quickly to deny the corner. But still time for Hillary's. Just need one meaningful ball into the box, one meaningful strike. Here's Carroll. He put in a lot of balls in the first half. There's another one. It's a good one. But it's dealt with well by the Forrestfield defence. And another chance for Hoare to take some time off the clock. Jeevan Krishnan still down. But Forrestfield, I don't think he'll be getting too much sympathy from Hillary's if they win the ball back. They do win the ball back. And still time. If they can string a couple of passes together, they just can't at the moment. And the ball now at the feet of the Forrestfield captain, Adam Smith. Chip towards the corner flag. They await the final whistle. There is the final whistle. And Forrestfield United win the Men's Masters Cup. Some rather sad behaviour on the touchline for Forrestfield, you would have to say, but regardless, they will have their hands on the trophy tonight. They have overcome Hillary's with a final score of 2-1. It was a Scott Fife follow-up to bundle in a Jeevan Krishnan strike that was well saved by James Rogan that made the difference in the second half. And at the end of the day, we finish here with a score of Forrestfield 2, Hillary's 1. They are your Masters Belt Up Cup champions for 2021. Lots more football to come on Sunday. So please tune in to Football West TV's live broadcast of the Men's and Women's Metros Cup. The Amateur Reserves and the Men's Amateur Cup wrapping us up at 4:45 between South Perth and North Perth. I'll be here on my ground announcing duties for those. Tommy Dolman will be joining you on the call. I've been Sean Fry. It's been a pleasure to join you tonight, wherever you've been watching. Thank you and good night, and remember, belt up.
And a good pass there. A run of Fletcher. He couldn't get a strike away. Eventually a shot does come in, and it's sliding in, and missing the tackle was Clark. A good cross over to the back post. Man on his own fires it in, and Carroll wins it from Fletcher. Long ball is a beauty. A touchdown, and just didn't have right at the moment. It is all Hillary's. That ball in. The header on target, over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Hillary's have the lead. This one. One real moment of quality was the goal. Can't get the ball back. Decent spell this. This can charge forward again. Carroll in a bit of space on the right wing. His skipper opts to set his sights on goal. Defender. Clark got a foot in. Back for Carroll. Carroll's ball is a good one to the back post. Diving header. And charge forward here. Cutting back out is Fife. Ball in and across the 6 yard. Great ball over the top. Mark McCauley streaming forward. Cuts inside. Couple of step overs. Drives down the touchline. Lunging tackle. Takes it in, miscued by a couple, comes back out, and the worst miscue of all is from the edge of the box, and ball into the box as they hunt for an equaliser. Back post headed across.
Presenting the medals for this year's Masters Cup finals is Jen Israel, Club Competition Manager for Football West, and Teresa Paris, Head of Commercial Partnership for Football West. First, we would like to recognise the individual award winner from the Belt-Up Cup Masters League. The Belt-Up Masters South Korea Golden Boot is awarded to Stephen Roger from Forrestfield Football Club. Before the team awards to the first half, match officials, please come forward to collect their medals. The referee, Brian Edwards, come forward. Assistant referees, Bonnie Mackay and Dennis Mamiga. And the fourth official, Dragan Koloszewski. Runners-up to come forward and collect their medals. Starting at 7, Chris Black. Number 10, Declan Byrne. Number 28, Jonathan Byrne. Number 38, Nicholas Carroll. Number 4, Ian Clark. Number 3, Colin Costello. Number 37, Neil Duffy. Number 13, Paul DeBell. Number 49, Aidan Hogan. Number 19, Mark King. Number 11, Mark McCooley. Number 6, Daniel McLean-Rich. Number 73, Kenneth McMahon. Number 5, Paul Mulligan. Number 1, James Rogan. And captain, number 8, Anthony Jones. Could the Henry's coaching staff please come forward as well? I now invite our 2021 winners to come forward and collect their medals. Starting with number 1, Luke Woodford. Number 3, Devon Christian. Number 4, Justin Mansfield. Number 5, Greg Christie. Number 6, Scott Fletcher. Number 7, Grant Leon. Number 8, Scott Fife. Number 9, Spencer Hall. Number 10, Steve Roger. Number 11, Rory Winsett. Number 12, Richard Clark. Number 13, Gary Mann. Number 14, Matt Walcott. Number 15, Harvey Allen. Number 16, Gary Donnelly. And captain number 2, Adam Smith. Good. Coaches for Forrestfield please come forward and collect their medals. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a wonderful evening. Congratulations to all our winning teams and our award winners. Thank you once again to our host, Sterling Macedonia Football Club, and please drive in safely and belt up. Have a good night.